Hello and welcome back to Cards on the Table, the football card podcast. My name's Kieran, and as always, I'm joined by Jack, Ryan, and Pete. Each week, we dive into the world of football cards, from new releases to latest hits and hobby pulls. This week, we're going to be talking about Topps Definitive, Topps Deco, Prem Gold, Merlin, Futera, all of it, all the latest releases that have just come out. So, yeah, let's get started, jump straight in. So as you guys will obviously know, there's been a lot of sets coming out, and obviously more to come still as well, which is great for us to be able to talk about stuff. The first one, I suppose, on the list, one of the more higher end sets that came out, was the Topps Definitive set. So obviously more premium, much more premium than even Dynasty. Obviously 8 cards in this rather than just a single one, but it came out at, I think, $4,000, I think it was. And I think even now it's, $3,500 it was at retail. And then even now in the Topps, on the Topps Fanatic store, it's $6,000 for a box, which is, nice and cheap.
Crazy.
So obviously you don't see many of them being broke. It's not like a commonplace now on Whatnot and stuff, but I've seen a few. What do you guys make of the set?
I mean, it's gorgeous. There's obviously the inscriptions. There's unique cards that are completely associated to how sort of to the luxury of the set, basically, to try and I think match the price point of it. And then there's that one card, isn't there? I don't know if you've seen it. It's like shavings of where the was it Jude Bellingham's, wasn't it? It's something like a
Yeah.
one of one where it's of where the trophy's been carved in, and it's. We were talking about that a couple of weeks ago, weren't we? We were saying about different types of cards and how Barca had like seat relics, etc. So the imagination of where cards are going to in terms of what's going to be actually on the card and where the particular type of memory from whatever it is such as that is in the card just makes it really, really like super high end. I've not really seen a lot of it broken though, and that's to that point. I've not really seen a lot of people out since it's been out. No, I was sort of expecting to see like every single night from when it had come out, and people were really getting stuck into it, and we were having really quick fills. But I think even from the moment when I think the first stream I watched was Mania,
Yeah.
and they went on with it, and to be quite honest, I thought it would have filled a lot quicker than it did, and it didn't. So I think it's overall for me a gorgeous set, still quite pricey to get involved in. But yeah, just not saw as much as I thought we were going to see in terms of like the floodgates really open as Dynasty did, for example, when that came out.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you think actually, if you think kind of, so it's value for money, I mean, these cards aren't numbered super high. They've obviously got marks of excellence in every box as well. You're getting 8 cards, so you're getting 8 chances to hit something rather than just a single one. And obviously the price point is obviously more, but there's more chances to hit. So it is interesting that it's not filling as much and there's not as many people doing it. But yeah, I agree. I mean, I love the inscription cards where it's like My Football Live and stuff. Obviously, we touched on a little bit the other week. Like, they're beautiful. The only thing I think lets it down a tiny bit is the fact that the Yamal cards are not on-card autos, they're stickers, which is weird for a set that's so premium and really pushes the kind of like on-card match-worn. It's weird for Yamal to be sticker, but I assume it must just be a logistics thing.
Yeah, it's got to be something in there. There's got to be something in that. But yeah, but again, he signs the marks of excellence as the neon card, so I don't know what's happened there. But
Yeah.
like you said, I've seen 2 kind of cases opened of it, and you kind of get like at least one monster a case. Like
Yeah.
Tubman's was ridiculous. Like you seen his whole case open, and his back wall, his podium of hits was insane. It was just like legend after legend after legend, and it was it'd be a really enjoyable rip seeing some of the big players from back in the day buying these cards all on card. He had that, like you said, we spoke about it before about how creative they're getting with these cards, putting shavings in now and the inscriptions. Like we're seeing the Jude Bellingham one where it said his idol and he wrote Zidane under. I think that's a really, really nice piece, that on the one of one, absolutely monster card. But like you said, it's 8 cards at least, but here's a very, very pricey break. It's a pricey product. I'm just like I'm in kind of limbo with it compared to Dynasty. Obviously, you can compare the two because they come out at the same time. Or the Dynasty, like they're all encased as well. It's a nice premium touch where the cars ain't going to get as much damaged as they come out. You can keep them nicer. But it's a really, really good one, and you get 2, well, on average, 2 Mox Exodus a box, don't you? And obviously
Yeah.
that it's weird how you get the old style and one of the new
Yeah.
styles in the box as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
It's a bit of
Both.
weird situation there. Obviously, from what I've seen people's reactions of them, everyone preferred the old style of Mox Exodus.
Yeah.
And I probably agree with that too. I think it was just classier, it just looked nice. That's a weird one. But it is good though. Like it's a very exciting thing to watch. Like I said, I'd love to have got my hands on some to break myself because I think I'd have just been awe of the players that are coming out and all on card and yeah, it's crazy, isn't
Yeah.
it? I say it's 8 as well. Like this is 1 box, it's 1 hit. If it's a case breaks 5 of them. Whereas in a case of these, you're getting 24 cards. So it's a special rip, but very, very pricey.
It is. And there's your right or wrong this week. It's come straight up already, really early.
Yeah.
But that, to your point there, there is no way there should be sticker autos on a product that's worth over 3.5 grand. It
Yeah.
should be written on card autographs because
Yeah.
you're paying such a fee. You know, just imagine if you walked into that shop, you bought the box for yourself. You know, not even to divide it down and try and get people to get involved into it, and even that's expensive. I'd be livid, livid. If that's where it gets a bit frustrating. I think where like we still see that happen, or we still see it today with certain products where you get like it's not associated to any game or events. Like, come on, that's that. I think there's your right or wrong this week. Are you happy? Are you happy if you open up a box and you receive a Lamine Yamal and it's a sticker instead of an on-card autograph, or does it piss you off, or can you move on from it? That's the
Yeah.
that's the right or wrong for this week.
I think it's a fair one. I think,
It
yeah, I think for the level of the product that it is, the way it's like marketed, albeit that there wasn't really a massive marketing push before
No, it sort of
Definitive.
just
It was a bit
appeared, didn't it?
quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd seen like cards come out of it. Like some promo like that had been leaked a while ago. I think it was that put the post up and stuff about it. But after that, there was nothing. It was like a dead silence. We'd got a date that it was like the 18th it was going to release, but there was like nothing at all up until like 2 days before. And the thing that frustrates me slightly as well is obviously with the Fanta site and the checklist and stuff, the checklist got released after the EQL closed. So you're kind of buying into a set that you've basically just seen a couple of preview cards for, which is slightly frustrating because you kind of, at that sort of price point, you want to know what you're getting involved in. But yeah, I think with these like high end sets, it's one of them where you have to be careful, I suppose, if you're buying into them as well, that you understand that there's a good chance that even if you do hit, which is then hard for you to actually hit, the card value is probably not going to be higher than the cost of the box, especially at like second or third wave. You see kind of these, I've seen quite a few eBay listings since that hits that have come out of like Dynasty that are out of 10 or out of 5, and they're like 800-900 quid, which don't get me wrong, is a lot of money, but if a box itself is, I think like 2 grand now, you're not getting your money back on the actual box itself. And you really like, if you go through that checklist in detail and go, okay, which ones are actually going to make me money back on what I do, you've got to really be buying in for the fact that you want that card or you want that player and it's just a personal collection thing rather than trying to make some money on it as well.
Definitely. I think as well, going back to that logistics of your miles, I reckon that's why he only had a Mox Excellencies in Dynasty as well. Because he couldn't
I
find
think so.
the on-card new cards maybe in that. Maybe that's why there's maybe
Quite
something on
possibly.
there, I think, isn't there?
Maybe Tops were waiting outside training grounds to get signatures before, and now he's
Maybe,
refusing
yeah.
to do that. He can't do it.
Well,
Well,
he already came out, didn't he, and said he was going to stop doing it. So maybe that has massively impacted that situation.
Does make you think though that his card value for on cards going to go up if that is the case going forward, because it's going to become more rare.
Yeah.
It's never a
Yeah.
bad thing if you've got one.
we've got more rookies coming through though, haven't we? To be chasing now, crikey.
Yeah. I mean, me and Ryan hit a big rookie in Merlin, which we can come on to. Yeah. But to be fair, I think Endrick was still a rookie in this as well, which I think Endrick's following the same kind of path that Yamal did with rookies and stuff, where he's been in it multiple times, even after quite a while. But obviously, it's the years of the boxes themselves. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what the chases are for next year, and who the big rookies are there.
Yeah, definitely. But
Yeah.
again, touch upon it and finish on it. I think it's a good set. I just think it's too expensive again, and it'll be interesting if we get another one next year. That would be the interesting thing whether they carry on doing it. Obviously, it's the first time they've brought it in Obviously, they've done it in baseball before, right? Definitive.
Yeah, baseball.
So they're bringing it over to football. I feel like we do need a couple of fresh sets, which is nice because obviously we're getting set coming through now that we've had for years and years in the past. So it's nice that they are freshening up a little bit, but for that one, that is going to a limited part of the market in the hobby. That one,
Yeah.
and obviously the how big the cards are coming out. It's only the big boys that are going to get their hands on some of these. So, and fair play, nice piece.
Yeah. I suppose another set that's come out that is one that has been out multiple times before is Deco. So that was released as well the week just gone. Yeah, I mean that's obviously totally different end of the scale in terms of the card, the cost, the boxes, and just like that. So with that, I mean that came out, that launched at £140. It's probably around about £200 now. 10 packs a box, 8 cards a pack, 1 auto and 3 numbered per box. Nice, very nice card design.
Beautiful.
Yeah, how have you guys found it? The actual cards, I suppose, breaking. Yeah,
It's
I'd say-
been this. Yeah, I don't know. Go on, Pete.
No, I was
Starts.
going to say, I think the first thing, because we talk about it quite a lot, but it feels like the cards themselves are of better quality this year than last year's edition. The stock is a little bit thicker. But again, the designs, I think, again, we know what we get. Very, very classy cards.
It's been an emotional roller coaster.
I know what you're going to say.
At the minute, and I think Ryan would agree, and most other people would agree. All I've heard, and there's this is just factual when people say this all the time. All I hear from anybody is don't split products, keep things to full teams, run things at full teams. People deserve it. They need to get their full teams and they'll pay the value because they understand that they're picking up everything associated to Barcelona or something like that. Okay, fantastic. No problem. Deco comes out, brand new set, phenomenal. 3 numbered cards, 1 auto. What more could you really ask for? Serious value. Oh, and on top of that, everyone was running it at full teams. You go on running it at full teams, it's like people paying like £4, £5, and don't get me again. It's going to sound, I don't know. It's going to. I'm not oblivious to the fact that it's December. We're coming up to Christmas. There's a lot of things going on, and to be quite honest, it was Topsy's choice to go and release 2, 3, 4 products in the space of a month. But Jesus, surely you've got to see a little bit more. And this is where I think it's been that real roller coaster of some people see it and go, it is full teams, it's a brand new product, let's buy into it. Then the hits come out, and actually they see, the razzmatazzes, they see the cards, and that's a really, really good hobby set. But I just feel the massive underappreciation of it. It's just been phenomenal. I don't think I've ever seen something brand new at times not truly get what it deserved. And I think that will level out. Maybe it's me, maybe it's just being new to sort of this whole first year cycle in breaking, and just not understanding the fact that maybe it is just one of them things that it's Christmas time, and like I say, things are happening. We've all got our own lives outside of buying football cards. But I just cannot believe at full teams how much it's really struggled to sort of find its place at the minute. I don't know if anyone else agrees, but it's just been mental.
I'm very disappointed and just a little bit upset by it because, like I said, Deco, go back to the basics. The design of it's really, really good. Even the base cards, there's so many different style of base cards. It's not just like, you got Merlin, it's one style, and you've got your inserts, your numbered parallels, etc. There's so many different styles to Deco. Legend cards, they're really, really nice. Again, even the base cards are stunning and they're still desirable. Again, you got your artistries as well, well-known artistries, beautiful cards, get them numbered, you're laughing. And it's filled again with a lot of big players, like the Pires in there for Arsenal. You're talking AC, Inter Milan hits as well. Baggio's in there. Some real nice with the razzmatazzes as well. Like they're an added extra, and the fact you can get a chance of a patch auto.
Yeah.
I mean, look, be all very, very rare. I've only found 2 in about 25, 30 boxes now.
Mm.
They're quite rare, but they are, again, very lovely, desirable cards. It is a great set and always has been, but I think it's
It's
just kind of
stunning.
been that scapegoat set that's kind of come out first, in my opinion. That, again, out of all these sets that have come, I think if we go to like a breaker's point of view and look at maybe personal situation of cash flow and stock flow on it, with it being the first one out, everyone's trying to recoup money as quick as possible. I think that's what I think is happening with this. So what people are doing is people are probably setting prices slightly too low. Appreciation is set a little bit goes on with that as well, and people think that's kind of the acceptable thing to pay on it. And the flooding these breaks out, especially some of the big boys in 50, 60 boxes at a time. I think it's just really depreciating the value of the set a little bit, in my opinion.
It
And it's
is.
disappointing in my opinion, because I love it. I think it's a great set. I think it's
Yeah.
an exciting set to get involved in and to rip yourselves. Obviously being UCC as well. A lot of the big chases in there. I've had some stunning cards come out of it. But I just feel like that's my opinion anyway, and that's what I've kind of seen across the platforms. That it's been that scapegoat set where it's the first one out of the big stack of boxes that are coming out, all the sets coming out, and it's just been the money recouper. I think it's a bit of a shame, to be honest. I feel like if it was on its own in this period and everything else come out before it, I think it'd still been that quality set that everyone appreciates a little bit more.
And
Um,
don't be surprised. Do not be surprised one bit in 3, 4, 5 months' time if
Mm.
people then start selling this set and they have to pay £260 or something upwards, 270 upwards to get into it. Because it is, and to your point there, Ryan, it is exactly that. I don't get it. Since for the last few months now, one thing I've been really, really impressed by, genuinely mean this, across, and this is again, so not to go too heavy dominant on breakers side of things, but is the consistency amongst breakers going, do you know what? You probably were the first one to run this. Fair play to you. You set a price point. I'm going to stick to that price point. You go on, and there's yeah, I know we all get things maybe at different prices, but people running stuff that's just not physically viable for anyone.
no.
Yeah.
Let's just take breaking out the game. Like it doesn't even make sense what's happening in terms of the price. Some of the price points we're seeing with like Deco, and this is all genuinely is for the yes, we have to sell things. We've got to recoup stuff back. We live in a world we can't go on every day and just sell something and make a loss. We've still got to be, financially clever to the point where we can still bring these great products and try and offer a really great value.
Yeah.
But it just felt like we were just so inconsistent
Yeah.
amongst what people are offering. And
You
it's just
summed it-
created that roller coaster.
Yeah, you just summed it up perfectly. Like you said, it's an emotional roller coaster, and it has been the whole time I broke it. Like I rang Jack after a few of my breaks, and he spoke to me after a couple, and we've just gone, "What on earth happened there?" Like I had it the other day where I had 2 boxes that went for an I barely made the money back after fees on the box. It was like really tough. Thinking, how's this? Even the second box, we pulled 1 of 1 Baggio out of it, and I thought this is going to then kind of boost the sets now, and then they'll do the boxes going forward and go. People is going to think this is great. Let's appreciate the value a bit more. No, it went for exactly the same after. I was like, well, what more have you got to kind of do to make everyone realize this is a really good set? It's like some of the boxes I've seen as well come out of these have been phenomenal. Even other people's breaks, people have multiple autos, but I've seen box with 3 autos in one of them. I've seen one of my boxes actually. I had 2 razzmatazes in. One was to 10 R9 and then to 5 Kvaratskhelia in the same box. And if you're not thinking that's a great box and I want to buy into this, and there's something completely wrong. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
most boxes have been kind of like that as well, like really heavy. Like last year, I think razzmatazes were 1 in 20 on average. I think this year they're a lot more common because I've had quite a few of them. But again, it's a lovely card, all kind of low numbered stuff, on demand products, everything's less than 99.
Have you had many of the cubists?
I've had none. I've not had a single one. I've had 2 patch autos
Mm.
and a load of razzmatazes. But I know you guys have had a cubist, which again, very, very rare.
Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful. The Zidane, but that's just this, and that's what I'm going back to. Is like, and we'll probably finish up on this now because we could talk about this
Yeah, we
particular
could go
one.
on.
We
Yeah.
could talk about
right
it.
or wrongs times 2.
No, but we could talk about this with him because I genuinely don't get it. All I ever see is a a world of where people are disappointed when they see splits, and they want people to create real serious value at full teams, no splits, and you go and do it, and then you don't, do you know what I mean? And you don't then get that sort of, it's like a give and take relationship, in my opinion. Sometimes you don't, and with this one, we really didn't get it back,
No.
and then people go to the splits because they've seen it, and then they're fetching the money that people are fetching for full teams, but they're doing it to 50 spots, so they're getting the value back.
Yeah.
But all again, as we say, I'm not teaching people how to suck eggs, but sometimes you just got to see a little bit of, like, you come into a stream, you see it's full teams, understand that it's everything.
Yeah.
You're getting the full ticket.
Well, but does that go back though, Jack? Just to say with this, I think one thing that's really surprised is we've broken this set. I don't think many people have realised the actual range of signers in this as well,
This
and
is the
how
other thing.
quality the list is.
Yeah.
This is the other
I mean,
thing.
like having Romario in that PS3
Yep.
spot and people
Yeah,
like that.
We had that one
He's
stream.
got De Bruyne and Maradona.
Yeah.
There's some hidden gems. But even like on going onto eBay, I mean, on eBay breaking, I find that anything kind of there's the eBay community is quite small compared to whatnot. So you're heavily reliant on your regular community coming back to buy, and obviously there's only a certain amount of money these guys have got. You'll try and give them that value a bit more. So I've been breaking it down to 26 teams. Because it's a 38 deco.
Yeah.
38, yeah.
38. So I've bring it down and doubled a lot of them up to even give even more value, to be fair, and try and help out a little bit more in the sense of, because like there's teams like Bilbao I've not even seen a single card for yet.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
one card.
Yeah, one card. Bologna's got like one card. There's a few that there isn't a lot of value in. So even there, I've tried to help out there and give some more value and a bit more of a chance of a hit. So
Yeah.
say
It's crazy. We had that one stream, Pete, didn't we? And that's a really fair point to call out, and the final thing on it. But it's not just for Deco. I think it speaks towards other products as well. I started reeling off names of what was in Deco. I went to Arsenal. Every single player signs an Arsenal
Yeah.
alone. Then you go to Inter, to your like, you go, an R9's there. You skip across to Juve. There's Baggio, there's Zidane. You keep moving through the amount of sheer like hit chances. And that one stream, I literally took the time to do it. And to be fair, I think people woke up to it actually on that day, that because they did start think, actually, well, that makes sense. Maybe they didn't know who's in it. I think it's really important as well to call that out, because
yeah.
it's
We-
part
we-
of it's part of your job,
Yeah.
really, to make sure people are aware of it as
Exactly
much
that
as
was
they can probably be aware themselves.
Yeah, we spoke about it before, haven't we? Like it's as a breaker, it's kind of your role to give as much information out as possible to people buying into it. Like you said, realize some people will go, "Oh, I've got this. Oh, I've paid this for this team." And you go, "On a minute, actually, I've got a chance here."
Yeah,
To one,
Yeah.
lift them up a little bit. Go, come on, there's always a chance in a break. That's what any team can hit. Any
yeah,
team can hit. If they're in a checklist, they can hit 101s. You name it. So there's always that bit of hope. But like you said, I think it is a key thing as a streamer to give as much information as possible. And that's why Fanta is amazing, because it's there on our tab at the top, and it's easy accessible to find that in seconds.
yeah,
Um, I think that's key too, just to realize the value sometimes.
Yeah. I would say I think as you mentioned, Brian, like I think a lot of it's due to the volume of sets that are coming out. I think
Yeah.
people are, like you say, I think some breakers are probably, they've got a lot of money tied up in the product, so they're probably happy to do it at break even to get that money out to then put it into something different in a little while. And then I also think that people are probably saving their money for a set that they know that's coming out in a week or two, because they haven't got as much money around Christmas, and they're like, actually, I'm not going to buy into Deco because I want to buy into Inception when it comes out, or something along them sort of lines. I think really what's caused the difficulty is the volume of stuff that's coming out. Because even like with the new Futera stuff, obviously, which we'll come on to, I haven't really seen that being broke massively by people. I haven't seen, it's not normally when a Futera set comes out, you see a lot of people breaking that product, and I think it's just because people got so much product on hand. It's like, okay, what do you break first?
Yeah, true. But then with the Futera stuff that's coming out, we've also heard, like you've heard on the grapevine, that the allocations have massively been have reduced on the new Futera stuff that's coming out. which has made that now instantly more, attractive to whoever does have it, because
Yeah.
we're going to see less. Because actually, with Futera, what they're trying to do is limit the well, they always do it, don't they? They create their own rarity to limiting the amount that goes out into the market. So it has been interesting, particularly because them ones were licensed. The most latest release of obviously that they've brought out with Liverpool and Arsenal, is it? I think.
Yeah.
And that's all licensed. But I mean that has been beautiful. Again, been nice cards, but I've not watched a lot of it. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. There's a lot going on. There's a lot being released, but even Merlin's been the same. Merlin's another one where I think you people are going to be going through all sorts of emotions.
Yeah.
But again, Merlin, these are Chrome products where people, in my opinion, with Chrome is it's harder to hit in Chrome. It's a lot harder to hit in Chrome. It's 3 numbered. The scale of your number goes a lot higher. But what you have to remember with them Chrome products are, when that one big hit does come, my God, it comes. And it's, you're talking about value in cards where things change like significantly from paper sets to Chrome cards that then, hold a lot more weight and value, should we say, if you're into
Yeah.
that. And it's all about sell, sell, sell.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously talking Merlin, I suppose that's another set that's come out. So obviously that was released, I think, on the 19th. So I think 3 days ago, I think.
It feels like a long time ago, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
It actually does, it does.
It's a lifetime. So yeah, that was released a short while ago. So obviously that set launched 170 quid, currently around 200 quid as well. 18 packs a box, 4 cards a pack. Takes a while to open, build suspense, which is always good. You get 3 numbered, 1 auto. Obviously, you got the chance of the match ball autos and also the dual match ball autos, which is something new for this year. Which I've seen a few of them, which they look very nice. You've obviously got the case hit of the shiny, and then you've still got like your Renaissances back. The very, very nice 1995 30th anniversary card, which I think is a box hit as well. So they're very nostalgic. And obviously a chance of marks of excellence in there as well. So Merlin were a good set last year. And they're a good set this year. Myself and Ryan, obviously, we've opened a box on the YouTube video that we did. The hit that we had wasn't amazing. It was a Olympiacos auto, rookie auto. So not setting the world alight. Though in Deco we did hit it to 5 Gakpo patch auto, which is never a bad thing, so kind of made up for it. But yeah, I mean, obviously you touched on Merlin. What do you think of the I suppose the designs this year? Ryan, obviously you picked up on the video. They're very similar to the women's Merlin. So yeah, what have you guys thought?
So the Args, obviously, we've had the women's Merlin this year, the Euro Merlin. There's exactly the same kind of base card design as them. You got the Mystic Knights, that's exactly the same as well. I always find with Merlin, it's 4 cards a pack, but you get nearly an insert every pack. So there's something going on in every pack. I think you get 2 Cracked Ice, 2 Merlin Fractors, your 2 Mystic Knights a box. Obviously your 3 numbers. So there is a lot going on. But there is some really stinky boxes about, like I was on that video. If you're breaking box by box, you could kind of need a good start. If you're going to do a few for the day, or on a stream, to really kickstart the stream and make people who are buying in for the first time or seeing it for the first time go, "This is a good set." Because if you start off with a box we had on YouTube, then you're at losing battle straight away. Like you said, like you just touched upon Chrome, so automatically card value goes up because they're usually better condition as well. Even open the packs with less folded corners, little nicks here and there. So Chrome always does tend to do better on a price point of view. But like you said, and we've said it before, Merlin's always had some of my favourite case hit designs. Renaissance is stunning. Match ball autos are such a great, unique card. The big chunky boys and match balls, quite, and in fact, you got dual ones as well. And I've seen a picture of one of them. They looks absolutely brilliant, by the way. So they've done really well with that. Just again, spruce it because it was a bit worrying, like we said before. Thought Merlin might be a scapegoat product out of the lot coming out at the same time. It didn't do the best last year around Deco. But it ain't doing too bad. Again, it's an emotional roller coaster again, like Deco has been. But the fact they've spruced it up with the new shiny, I've just hit one of them today, actually a shiny case hit, and then they're quite a nice addition. So It feels like the stuff in there, and Righty, we spoke about it earlier. I think it was over the phone or even by text. I think, like, as a breaker point of view or a buyer's point of view, I think the value would be in a case break to get more of a chance. So if you do get 1 or 2 stinky boxes per case, you've got the rest of the boxes to hopefully
Yeah.
outweigh them. Again, I've not done a case break. We've got a few, so I might do one possibly in the near future. But I think as a buyer's point of view for myself that actually fancies dabbling into it a little bit because I'd like it. I think my value for money and excitement is probably into a case break.
Yeah, I think agree. Definitely. We've got 2 loose boxes that we're going to have a go on tomorrow. Me and Pete, which is be interesting. Pete's actually done 1 box, which I think was a a Celtic auto. Though he did get a nice to 25, to be fair.
Yeah.
You
Tell
got-
you what, the box I've just had, by the way, as Leicester fans, had 3 Casper Schmeichels in.
Oh, you're fine.
So I got the 1995 box hit was
Oh,
Casper
that's
Schmeichel.
cool.
Then I had it to 50 and it to 199 in the same box. It was a proper. I loved it, but everyone else hated it.
But no, it's yeah, I do. I think I'm seeing that with this one. It definitely, I do think it's like your case breaks. We've got to say we've hopefully when we've got a case coming, we're going to try and do 2 half case breaks. I think I really think that's where it's at with Merlin. I just think I don't know. I just think there's just too much in it to then to have to have that disappointment, because believe it or not, guys, as breakers we do want to see the biggest hits we can. It does really hurt when you don't get the you don't get that same buzz that everyone else is anticipating or expecting that they want to get. But yeah,
I think the
I
weird thing for me, what I was going to say with Merlin as well, is obviously the alignment of the dates because it's 24, 25. So you're seeing all the rookies from sort of the flagship, the Chrome we had earlier in the year. So it's a bit strange in that respect, seeing some of those names.
Yeah, like I say, we've broke a few products, the new ones. We're seeing the new transfers go through, and then we're seeing like the likes of Gyökeres back in Sporting. It's a bit weird, and you're like, oh, he's still in this again. Thinking
What
about that
gen,
information,
yeah.
You've still got Kuenda as a rookie in there as well. So you got Sporting actually in a bad spot. So again, it's about that giving that information out to the buyers, making them understand on the minute. This is 24, 25. So these people, Hendrick's still a rookie, so you've still got, to give that out as well. But for me, again, in this kind of heat of the moment of everything going on at the same time, if you kind of think that Merlin and Deco are kind of similar price, as a buyer, what would you prefer buying into a box by box?
box by box Deco.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think the excitement you get nearly the same 3 numbers, 1 auto. Merlin, you get a lot more parallels, inserts, etc. A lot more cards in a box. But again, that excitement from Deco I've seen so far, that'd be my point of call. That'd be my choice. To be fair, same as you guys.
Yeah, Deco, 100%. More creativity, better artwork, in my opinion on the cards. That's not to say I wouldn't buy into Merlin as well. I think it just pips it because they are around the same price point. They're not. Do you know what I mean? They're not. They're not extortionate to get for people to get involved in as a break. By
Less
any
teams
stretch.
in Merlin. I think there's 6 less teams.
Yeah, 6 less in Merlin, but some stinkers in there. Some serious stinkers in there, but yeah. I think Deco pips it.
Let me throw another one into the mix.
Say it.
Prem Gold.
Oh, there we go.
Price point is it came out a tiny bit more. I don't know what it's at the current market, but it launched at 160. It's probably again around the 200 mark. 10 packs, 4 cards a pack, 2 auto, 2 numbered. I mean, to be fair, matching that up against the others. What are you thinking?
Top 3 set in my top 3 of the whole year. Instantly in my top 3. I mean, Ryan will tell you a lot more. Ryan's broke a lot more and had more success at the moment than me. But it's been incredible. I had my first dabble on it today, and it's just class. I love it. Such quick bang. You can get 20 minutes in your 20 minutes. You break down with only 20 teams, and it doesn't even matter. Like if some of the big boys again go, the card designs, like the artwork is insane. I just love it. I just think it's so well made. Like really clever, really attractive, like set.
Yeah, like when we seen the set previewed, it was like, what is this? We seen obviously the UCC gold earlier in the year, very smart design. I thought if that's anywhere near that, which it should be, as from the design point, the box looked similar, the pack situation was similar, the hits were similar. For this is going to be great, and we called it. And I was always saying, this country, Premier League's your bread and butter. It always will be.
Yeah.
Like I was lucky and fortunate in this set to actually one of the first to break it on whatnot because we got our delivery quite quickly. And I was straight on with it, like, let's get on this now and just see. I was excited to open it more than anything. And it didn't disappoint. I did, again, like Jack said, it's just quick, bang, 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 break. It's only 24 teams. And the thing is, everyone's chasing some team. Like, when you're looking in your chat who's joining in these breaks, you see people with an Everton badge as the profile picture, a Wolves badge. They're still chasing teams they support, which is fantastic to see. But if I had someone come in, I had 6 left in the wheel, you're thinking it's a wheel that not very good as a breaker because all your big teams have gone. You've got like Fulham. No disrespect to your teams, by the way, but the chase wise, Fulham, Everton.
No, we can definitely disrespect Fulham.
Fulham, your brothers are Fulham fans. We can say that's why they come to the top of my head. But then like Peter, someone came in and went, "Is Everton still there?" So, well, yeah, like, oh, I want that, and they're chasing Everton, just like everyone's just getting what they want, which is absolutely fantastic for a set.
Lots of Sunderland chasing as well.
Yeah, lots of Sunderland
Loads of
chasing. Yeah, most teams have got a couple of auto chances here and there in it as well. They've kind of spread it across the board a little bit. I think Sunderland's got 4 or 5 auto chases, so they made every team appealing.
Rookies.
And with 2 a box, like, yeah, it's exciting. I had a really good box the other day. In fact, the 2 numbers were better than the autos. I had a 1-of-1 rookie Shea Lacey from Manchester United, and literally the 4th box ever opened. I thought, it's fantastic. And then Estevan's 25 in the same box, and that, like, I couldn't remember what the autos were because they got outshone completely in the box.
Yeah,
but
I hit Rio to 25 today.
Yeah,
that was nice. I managed to get a Rio.
It's just exciting, and I think it'll do really well. It'll do really, really well, and continue to do well for longevity wise. I think.
Yeah, it's going to go. I mean, it's already gone up in price. To your point, Kieran, it was like, I don't know what it was. Like 170, I think, weren't it? I think it was 106. Was it 160 £? This one actually, weren't it?
It launched at 160.
It launched at 160, and it's already. I know for a fact now it sells for around 220, if not more than that.
Yeah,
it's sold out everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, to be fair, with the design. I hope it. I think it'll be a bit of a prelude as well to how the Prem Chrome does when that comes out in Feb. I think people go mad, like you say, Ryan. Prem's like bread and butter for the country, isn't it? So, doesn't surprise me at all that it's done well. But yeah, the card design on it's. I think Topps obviously nail it with card design on quite a few of the sets that they've got now, right? And they've all got their own kind of style. Like Inception's got its own style, Deco's got its own style, and obviously Gold's doing that now as well. So it's quite nice because it does differentiate the sets, and people have ones that they prefer. Like obviously we do as well. So it's good.
It's like we spoke about Merlin having insert after insert, design after design in their kind of hits in there. Gold only has a couple here and there, but you know what you're getting, but they're all quality. Like, you got your cracked ice cards as well per pack. You get like 2 or 3 of them per pack sometimes. I think they're quite nice, they are. And you got your gold inserts, which are numbered, especially the 25s look really, really nice. The shine look fantastic. Then they've even bought in this as well. Again, they're adding extra things we've not seen before is the legend cards.
Yeah.
What are they called? I've not hit one yet.
It's just it's just like icon.
Is it originals?
Yeah, icon originals. I got a Rooney today.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's the first time I've seen one of them. I've done 16 boxes. I've not had one yet. So again, they're quite a nice little rare here. But again, adding just more things. But it's a simple, elegant box. You know what you're getting with it. Like you've not seen any boxes where you've had extra or less of anything. So you get 4 packs and there's a hit per pack. It's just exciting. It's quick and fun. I think the buyers are also thinking that too.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Cool. I mean, that's kind of covered off all the top set.
For now.
Yeah, for now. Yeah, for literally today.
Yeah.
There's probably more dropping tomorrow. The other 2 that have released recently are Futera. Obviously, we kind of touched on them very briefly, which is the Futera Platinum. Liverpool and Arsenal have released already. And then what we've then got coming is Barcelona on the team set and World Football coming out as well. So the sets themselves, they're kind of premium ones. So 3 packs per box, 4 cards per pack, from when we did the videos for the Liverpool and the Arsenal, every card's sleeved, which is a nice addition. And then you've pretty much got in your 3 packs, one pack will have 2 numbered, the other pack will have a patch and a number, and then the third pack would have a number and either a low numbered insert or an on-card auto. So pretty much, again, every pack's got a hit, which is not 2 hits realistically if you're looking at the numbered side. So yeah, premium product, nice design. Obviously, me and you, Ryan, we've opened some so far. Obviously, Jack, you've got some of the world football coming as well. What are you guys thinking?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not seeing a lot of the Liverpool stuff to be honest, but I apart from the patches, I think it looks really nice. I think the attention to detail is nothing that could probably ever be questioned, right? With what they do, if anything, they've just gone another step further there with the sleeving, to give more to what they already offer today, which is just fantastic. But the only thing I've seen is that the patches look very similar. They look very like sort of blockish in colour, and they're not in this one. They're not a little bit bigger or smaller in terms of like their uniqueness. Whether I've only seen that very briefly or not, you might correct me. But it's the only thing I have seen, which I thought maybe there'd be a little bit more detail than like there was in the fan selection, where we actually saw some really, really good patches.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we've seen the ones that we opened. The one nice touch there from what we could see, but we haven't seen it I haven't seen it in other boxes, was that the colour of the patch matched the colour of the shirt they were wearing, which was a nice one. For the Gabriel for Arsenal we got in the Arsenal box, and it was the kind of light blue turquoisey kind of kit, and the kit he was in on the picture on the card was the same, which is obviously something we touched on for Dynasty.
Last week,
so that was a nice little touch. But I agree, like a lot of the patches that I've seen have just been like the middle of the kit almost. There's no the kind of additional design and stuff. Whether that comes on some of the ones that they put into maybe like the 1 of 1s or something like them sort of low numbered stuff, I'm not too sure. But
it's typical Futera. I think it's another great quality set that comes in a nice kind of sleek design box. Again, the black, their trademark black box. It just looks modern and quality. The cards are very like fan selection, quality wise, and FX Series 2, but look great. Again, it's typical Futera that the patches are match or playable and tells you exactly where they've wore it, what game it is, etc. Which is again great. Just like you said, Kieran, it's the match. They've thought about. So far, the ones I've opened, I've looked out for it too. The shirt the player's wearing on the card matches the patch. But I also agree with you, Jack. The patches on them are quite small. They're in like a funny angle. It makes the card design look pretty nice. But like, I've not seen too many patches with a bit of character on, like a two-tone patch or a bit of badging, a bit of number or something, a bit of the sponsoring, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe like you said, maybe the lower. I've not hit nothing patch-wise less than 10 yet, to be honest, myself, or seen much too less. So maybe it's left for the rarer ones. I don't know. But again, just typical Futera. They're getting better and better. The designs are getting better and better. And like I said, the quality, sleeving every card, even the base, they're just saying, right, this set all rounds quality, whether it's a base, whether it's a card auto. And we respect our cards. We're sleeving everything for you. So it's a great touch.
They've done I feel like they're gearing up with this world though. I think they've dropped they've dropped the cliffhanger today, didn't they? They've dropped it out.
Yeah.
It's gone out. It's on social media. Really, really good. It's like really like sexy video of it's on the way. It's coming for this world unique.
No one does a sexier video than Futera, do they?
No, they don't. Salivating for a box opening.
Were there gloves involved?
No, none of that.
No, not this time. Well, one thing that on the Liverpool and Arsenal, one thing that was quite noticeable was that the patches in them were all of current players, and the autos were all of legends. So you didn't have any legends that had patches, and you didn't have any current players that had autos, which was interesting. Now, obviously, I'm not seeing the checklist for the Barca one or the World Football. I know for the World Football, having sneakily opened a pack myself, that there are legends within the patches as well. So I'm hoping there might be some current players in the autos on the World Football, and maybe they've just not done that with the team set. So it'd be interesting to see. I'm keen to see what the Barca set is and the sort of chases that they have within there, because obviously some of the Liverpools and the Arsenals, I wouldn't have said that they had all of the top players, current players, signing autos. So it'd be interesting to see who out of like Barcelona they've got to sign, especially with EML not doing on cards for some of the top stuff. Would be interesting to see if he's in the Barcelona set. But yeah, the card design's very nice. Yeah, I mean, you expect that from Futera anyway, though, right?
Yeah, you don't expect anything less. No,
Yeah.
and yeah, Barca. Look, Barca's going to fly out the door. But
Yeah.
for Barcelona's, you won't even you'll blink and Barca will go. That's how quick it'll go. And I absolutely expect nothing else from World. Liverpool's doing
No.
really well. Every time I pop into someone's stream, Liverpool's doing really well. Never, you know
Yeah.
what? Liverpool never fails. Really, after
No.
you do
No.
from team set to anything, there's always a really strong gathering for Liverpool. And yeah, Liverpool's doing well. Barca will fly out the door, and absolutely, you'll know already that when World comes out, that will do
Yeah.
exactly the same, and people they'll go mad for it with all the
Yeah.
with the steps they've taken and the fact that it is heavily dominant on legends. So the word is anyway. This one,
Yeah.
it's going to be very, very interesting.
To be fair, the
Yeah.
one thing I will say on a kind of breaker's point of view, the Arsenal one has slightly struggled a little bit because of the checklist.
Yeah.
For my eBay community, I told them I got this set coming out, and they were like, "Oh, there's like 6 or 7 of them that are Arsenal fans." They were like buzzing through. "Oh, we got an Arsenal box. Oh, it's Futera, great." When it came out and they viewed the checklist for themselves, not a single one of them bought one because the likes of Thierry Henry, Vieira, Bergkamp, the bigger players for Arsenal and Fabregas are not in the set. And like you
Yeah.
said, a lot of the patches as well are missing quite a lot of the key current players. So for that
Yeah.
one has slightly been disappointing checklist wise from an Arsenal fan point of view. Liverpool's a lot better. You got likes of Gerrard and stuff in there, your key, Liverpool chases. Arsenal not as much, but Barcelona will be Barcelona. Again, anything Barcelona
Yeah.
turns to gold, doesn't it, at the minute? So we just
Yeah.
see their checklist and see what they've got involved. But yeah, just from that point of view, Arsenal is the weaker one out of the 4 that they looked at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the checklist for Arsenal at the patches, and you've got, I mean, for some of the first team players, you've got Saliba, Trossard, Gabriel, Raya, and Ben White. Probably the biggest names off there. So you're missing your Sakas, your Odegaards, your whoever else. Yeah, exactly. You're missing quite a few kind of big names off that, and like you say, that then just cause you to struggle then sometimes with the sell. And then on the auto side, on the legends, I mean, you got O'Leary, you got Petit, which is not a bad one, Keown and Merson and Pires and stuff. But yeah, like you say, you haven't got your Henrys, you haven't got Fabregas, you haven't got them sort of ones. Yeah, there's it's an interesting one. It is an interesting. It is a much smaller checklist, I think, than some of the ones they've done previously. It will be interesting to see the scale of the world football and see what they've got there, because I can't imagine that they're going to have some of these big names that aren't in the Arsenal set in the world football. It won't make sense to.
To be fair, with the Arsenal one, from the box that we opened for the video and the one that I actually just opened before this podcast for a stream, very women based. A lot of women cards.
Heavily was. Yeah.
I think I had my patch was Ben White. I had a Rice numbered, and all the other 4 numbers were women cards.
Yeah.
So
I think when we did it was kind of 50-50, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Almost between men's and women's, pretty much on the hits. So,
but saying that, it's not bad for the women's side of collecting, because there's some big names in there. You got Chloe Kelly, Mead, Russo, Women Moy, 4 key England players in there actually. Cal Dente, there's Blackstenius, some real big players for Arsenal in the women's game. So that's not bad for women's collecting. But obviously women's collecting, there's a lot more niche than the male. It's getting more popular because I've broken a lot of women's sets this year. And they've done really well. They have their own market. I have the same buyers come in on the women's sets, and you don't find them so much in the regular stream. So that's quite good. They've got their own community. So it's not bad on that kind of thing, on that side of things. But yeah, it was a lot of women cards in there.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see what the others do. Cool. I mean, to be fair, I think we've covered off all of the sets that have come out. We've managed to do quite well to get through
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah.
We've got a lot more coming up, as you can kind of well imagine. Museum's going to be an interesting one. Inception's going to drop at any point soon as well. Inception M&S got pushed back, and then you've got a load of others, a couple of women's sets as well that are coming out at the start, end of this year, start of next year. So plenty to be talking through. But that's it.
And some
for
more
this week's
team sets
episode.
for Jack as well, actually.
Oh yeah, Chelsea team set right next,
and PSG, I believe.
PSG as well.
Interesting.
Guess
Well, we
Liverpool,
see.
Man U, that's what we want, and Real Madrid.
Yeah.
We were, Real Madrid will definitely have. We won't shy our nose at that. We had a good look at. We only did about 6 Barca. Quite blessed, really. We had 4 autos out of 6 boxes. You came out of that all right, didn't you, Ryan?
Yeah, I didn't do too bad, mate. It was about time I hit something, I think, mate, isn't it?
One.
Yeah, just seem to buy into your streams and get the worst team on the list, mate, to be fair. So it's about time I did something all right.
Nice little Cesc Fabregas, but that'd be interesting.
To be fair,
But
they've done a lot better than I thought they were going to, They're a little, even, what, the Bayern ones are also very interesting as well. They're not Carl Chase. They did really, really well.
yeah,
Really, really
They're
well.
a bit of fun, aren't they? That's the thing. They're a bit of fun.
Yeah, again, for that price point, we said it before, didn't we? But again, we won't go too back into it because I feel like we're going over and over again all the time. But
We'll start Jack off again.
we'll start. Yeah, we've already had a right on us today, so we'll leave it there. But any obviously these sets being seen broken over the last few days. I mean, have any big hits we've seen yet?
Massive ones.
I mean, to be fair, it wasn't a massive hit in terms of number, but the first kind of dual match ball auto was a nice one to see from Merlin.
Yeah,
nice to see that design. Definitely so.
Seeing a 1-on-1 dual match ball today.
Wow.
It was. I can't remember the names though. It was for PSG.
Barcola and
Was it Barcola and Miulu? Something like that.
I think it's Neves.
Or Neves. It was beautiful, super factor. It was really, really, really nice.
Wow.
I've seen the best. I think his name's Vinted. I can't. I've only just recently came across him on Whatnot. So apologies if you listen to this, and I'm not taking the attention to remember, but quite possibly. I mean, everyone knows. I think most people know. Like, I think it's the Real Aid Rob.
Yeah.
There we go. I think most people know. I think he's probably quite a well, he enjoys his cards. Anyway, it's got to be the best Percy cases I have ever seen. The back wall for Merlin was phenomenal. We were talking to 5s, like Renaissances for Yamal, autographs for Yamal on card. There was, you name it, there was everything on this back wall. It was literally the best possible advert you could have. I think he was buying like personals of Breaker's Delight and personals of just Hobby, and it was quite comfortably some of the best cards I've seen on the back wall in a long time. Even the Breaker was going like, it's the best break he's ever done, best ever. He said, I'm just taking the moment in.
Fair, there's been some big ones recently. I mean, go back to Definitive. Obviously, the Tubman case break was really, really good. He had the 1-of-1 Jude with the inscription, and also in the same case had the 1-of-1 Mark's Excellent Shearer, which was a nice one, really nice one. Then we have also not spoke about the Dynasty Salah hits, have we, from SK?
Oh god!
So we've seen on online the 1-of-1 auto. Then soon after, SK hit the auto patch, didn't he? That's an absolute monster. Probably arguably one of the biggest cards in the set, right?
Oh, 100%. It's got to be the chase card from that
as
set.
well.
Yeah.
One of the biggest cards of the whole year, probably from any set.
Yeah.
That's a monster. Personal level, couple of 1-of-1s from the new sets. Shea Lacey, 1-of-1 from Gold, which was nice, spoke about. 1-of-1 Baggio from Deco. Obviously, we spoke about it last week, but the footage cut out. One of my personal favorites, the Lennart Carl 1-of-1 auto from the team sets. Update on that. The buyer he bought it back just through consignment through Trade We. It's already had offers of $8,500 plus on it, so that was a very big one.
Wow.
Cheers.
So they're all personal favourites, but there's been a lot of nice big hits recently. But we're going to see constant ones, all the sets coming out, right? So hopefully this time next week we'll have a lot more to talk about them. Some big ones.
Yeah.
Quite cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that's it for this week's episode then. We've got some good episodes coming up and hopefully a New Year's special as well. So stay tuned for that. As always, we'd like to hear from you guys as well. So drop in your questions and make sure you follow and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and join in a conversation on social media.
And if you're listening on Christmas Eve, a very Merry Christmas to you.
Exactly that. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Belter.
Cheers all.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.